You are currently trapped in the most confusing, exhausting, and psychologically damaging relationship dynamic on Earth. One day, everything is perfect. You share a deep, incredibly intimate connection. The next day, you hit a massive, invisible wall of pure ice. The person you love has suddenly gone completely cold. They stopped texting, they stopped trying, and they retreated entirely into the dark. You have collided with a highly complex psychological glitch known as avoidant attachment. To survive this dynamic, you have to understand that their sudden distance has absolutely nothing to do with your value as a human being. Avoidant attachment is forged in childhood. They were raised in an environment where their emotional needs were either neglected or harshly rejected. Their nervous system learned a devastating survival rule: relying on other people is fundamentally dangerous. Vulnerability equals pain. To survive, they became fiercely, aggressively independent. They built a massive psychological fortress to ensure nobody could ever hurt them again. You think you can love them enough to make them lower the drawbridge. You think your patience will eventually cure their fear. But psychology reveals a much darker reality about what happens when you actually get close to them. The absolute most dangerous trigger for an emotionally unavailable person is not conflict. The most dangerous trigger is intimacy. When the relationship gets good, when they actually start to feel safe and connected, their brain registers it as a catastrophic threat. To their highly traumatized nervous system, true intimacy means a total loss of autonomy. It means they are about to be trapped and destroyed. This triggers a massive, subconscious biological panic. To stop the panic, they initiate what psychologists call a deactivation strategy. A deactivation strategy is a subconscious sabotage tactic. Suddenly, they will fixate on a minor, irrelevant flaw in your personality. They will pick a massive fight over absolutely nothing. They will claim they just aren't ready, or that they need space to figure things out. They aren't pulling away because they lost feelings for you. They are pulling away because the feelings got too real. By pushing you away, they immediately regain their sense of absolute control. The physical distance instantly soothes their intense biological anxiety. They successfully restored their emotional baseline while leaving you completely shattered and wondering what you did wrong. You did absolutely nothing wrong. You just triggered their survival mechanism by trying to love them. To prevent this panic from happening again, they deploy specific psychological traps to keep you at a highly regulated, safe distance. The most common trap is the phantom ex. They will constantly obsess over a past relationship or idealize an ex they haven't seen in years. They do not actually want their ex back. They are using the ghost of a dead relationship as an impenetrable psychological shield against you. A ghost cannot make demands. A ghost does not require vulnerability. Obsessing over a memory allows them to feel love without the terror of real intimacy. The second trap they deploy is the low-maintenance test. They will subtly reward you for requiring absolutely zero effort from them. You subconsciously realize this, so you begin to shrink. You stop asking for reassurance. You suppress your anger. You pretend you are perfectly fine. You become the cool partner. You convince yourself that if you have zero needs and zero boundaries, they will have no excuse to leave. But acting like you don't require effort doesn't make them love you more. It simply turns you into a perfect host for someone who refuses to try. You are playing a terrifying game of emotional starvation. You are constantly suppressing your own humanity just to keep them somewhat close. And the closer you try to get, the more violently they will enforce the distance. This dynamic locks you into the most destructive psychological loop in human relationships, the push-pull cycle. When you seek connection, they feel suffocated and run away. But the moment you finally give up and pull your energy back, their anxiety drops. The threat of intimacy is gone. Suddenly, they miss you, and they return, dropping a tiny breadcrumb of affection. They send a single text. They like a photo. They offer the absolute bare minimum, and your starved nervous system treats it like a massive feast. You are trapped in an intermittent reinforcement casino. Because the affection is completely unpredictable, you become biologically addicted to the chase. You spend hundreds of hours analyzing their silence, blaming yourself, wondering what you could have done differently to make them stay. This cycle is actively destroying your mental health. Your brain is flooded with toxic cortisol, locked in a permanent state of hypervigilance. You are completely losing your own identity. Every ounce of your daily cognitive fuel is dedicated to deciphering the moods of a ghost. You believe that if you can just be perfect enough, pretty enough, or quiet enough, you will finally unlock their heart. It is a lie. There is no combination to the vault. To break the trap, you have to accept a brutal, devastating truth. You must look at the reality of their actions, not the fantasy of their potential. Your love is not a rehabilitation center. Your patience will not cure their trauma. You cannot do the emotional work for both of you. You have to stop chasing them. When they pull away, let them go. Let them retreat into their cold, lonely fortress entirely alone. Stop shrinking to fit into their life. Reclaim your needs. Demand consistency. Demand communication. And demand actual effort. The moment you set a firm boundary, the avoidant partner will likely disappear completely. Let them. Their exit is not a punishment. It is the universe clearing out an incredibly toxic obstruction from your life. You deserve someone who does not panic when you get close to them. You deserve a love that does not require you to constantly decode a mystery. The illusion of distance is broken. Stop performing for someone who isn't even in the audience. Walk away from the ice. Find the warmth.